looks straight off of Love Island.
She gets a follow. Oh, I already do follow her. And she's got a little down under.
What?
Down under.
What do you know about her down under?
No, that's just she's Australian. She's got a little Australian accent. Down under. That's how they say it.
I'm a hot girl. I'm a hot girl. I get anything I want. This is my world. I make big moves in my big heels. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal.
We got to talk about Tasha Cloud. Why isn't she on a team? We've given a bunch of scenarios, and theories and hypothesis, but now I actually know.
You know, like definitively. How do you know?
I don't reveal why I know.
But you have a source.
I spoke to somebody about it. Yeah.
Okay, a reliable source.
And I mean it's part logic, but like logic's not enough to say Now okay. I know. So Tasha Cloud was offered somewhere in the neighborhood of $500,000 to play.
Oh, on a 1 year?
I don't know how many years she was offered for, but Tasha Cloud thought that, according to this person, and it makes sense too that Tasha Cloud, based on her public profile, based on her being such a huge, I would say like a little mini star inside of the WNBA ecosystem in terms of performing. But she's getting older, and she's not like a consistent bucket. She's a great defender, but she wanted to be a $1 million player. She thought she was going to be one of those $1 million players, the Marina Mabreys, the Brittany Sykeses of the world. And that just simply was not going to happen. And by the time Tasha Cloud realized that, and had to fire her agent, a lot of players were already signed. And so by the time you realize I should take less, there's less places and less opportunities for you to go to. And the clicky teams had already made their choices, and other teams that maybe you could have signed on have already found second or third options to sign and have less money to pay you. And then, thirdly, the vocality or the brazen quote unquote disrespect, this is what I was told, like the disrespect for the ownership group that she discussed throughout Unrivaled and came after the commissioner, was very vocal. I thought it was going to be simply about her stance on, Israel and Palestine that would do her in. It was much more to do with her coming after a group of very powerful people that you're just simply not good enough to be above and out, bigger than the program for.
Right.
And now we have a lot more NBA owners of WNBA teams. As we expand, we're seeing that become even more of a thing. WNBA coaches come from the NBA side. WNBA front office members are coming from the NBA side. And the number one thing that they care about is avoiding controversy. So you've got someone who thinks that they should get paid more than they should get paid, someone who turned that down and now there's less options available. And then you've got hey, also you're kind of come with a lot of stuff.
A lot of baggage.
Not baggage, but you're going to say some shit our PR team is going to have to deal with.
Social baggage. Yeah.
We don't really want to deal with whatever you may say that we can't control. So it's multi-factors. It's not a blackball, but it's a snub.
Yeah, it's not full holding you out of the league, but I do think that if it's between players, right, with the same tangibles, the intangibles are going to play a role.
Totally.
And if your tangibles are not good enough to set you so far that you're, it's like that little, if you had one of those little graph grids and it's risk reward, yes. You have to be way up here for your high risk to be
right,
high reward.
And Lisa Collier can come after the league, but she's fucking, runner up for MVP.
Right. She can sit down with her little folded sheet of paper and I have some things to say. But she's also Fee, and she can do that.
The fact, sometimes I'm blown away by the things that you remember. That is the thing that you go back, which is a great note, truly. But think about this, Kennedy Carter's a better player, like physically, like in terms of her skill, her athleticism, her ability to get a bucket. She's a better player than Natasha Cloud. And last year she wasn't in the league, and right now she's on a training camp. She is.
No. She wasn't in the league because I think
exactly
people got sick of Kennedy Carter's.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, right. Got it. Yeah,
you're making the point exactly for me. If somebody can be kept out of the league for purely non-basketball reasons, that's a better basketball player than you, then take the $500,000. And I think the reason that I even made this call was I saw this Annie Costabile tweet that went up on Underdog WNBA, which shout out to Underdog for making an account for every single sport to collate news for us, is that Annie Costabile basically was like, yo, there's a lot of teams interested in Tasha Cloud, da-da-da-da-da. And then Tasha Cloud's girlfriend or fiance, can't keep up, Izzy Harrison, said that's not true.
Whatever. Yeah.
There's not teams banging down Natasha Cloud's door, or not a variety of teams that have shown interest in her. And that is when I said, how come?
She's in Philly. She's right up the road. Tasha, let me come hang out for a day and figure out what's going on.
Well, you're not going to find out from her. She's not going to know.
She said, I'm not talking. I'm not talking.
She's not talking to who? We already know what it is.
No, I know,
but need to hear from Tasha Cloud to know why. She doesn't know why she's getting kept out, or she would do something about it. Now you know. Now I'm telling you, now you know.
Now you know.
The hard truth that these players need to be told. I even asked somebody, because I thought Portland would be a good fit for her.
Yeah. They're the only one who has the cap space for it.
They've got plenty of cap space. They're not going to be any good. They're a very socially conscious city. It's a perfect fit. And I texted, hey, what do you think about Tasha Cloud to Portland? Not a single response. Not even a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I can understand, though, why, like, with an expansion team, that, like, that's too hot of a stove for an expansion team to touch. But, like, there is a team that can use Tasha Cloud. I just do not believe that there is not a team in the WNBA that cannot use.
I bet the Toronto Tempo tried to sign Tasha Cloud before they signed Brittany Sykes.
Yeah.
And
I thought that too.
She said no because it wasn't a trendy team. I bet it was like a Connecticut Sun or a Tempo or someone like that, where it's like, I'm not trying to go to this fucking.
Well,
I'm not trying to go to fucking, Nowheresville. No shade to Toronto. Again,
I don't think Toronto is Nowheresville.
Toronto is not truly Nowheresville, but it's a rebuilding, and we'll talk about our tiers in a second, but it's a rebuilding franchise because it's brand new. It's like
building.
It's not rebuilding, it's building for the first time.
Yeah.
It's building. And I think if you're someone that wants maybe like to be on a quote unquote contender, which I'm sure she does, she's a vet, she wants to get a ring, then you're like, yeah, I get more money, I'd go somewhere else.
She has a ring.
But I mean, you want to get another one.
I still thought that she could come back to DC and teach the youngins something for a year, but
there's too many guards on that team.
They have too many people on that team in general. Let's go through these teams. We promised last week we were going to tier these, and then the NFL draft got in the way. So we didn't get a chance to do it. But we're here now. We're locked in, and we are going to divide all.
I don't think you're going to like the way that my tiers are broken out. They're very, it's like,
what do you mean?
It's not like so clean.
What do you mean by
that? These are my tiers. Championship favorites.
We had set tiers. What do you mean you set your own tiers?
Okay, so because I couldn't fit all the teams into the clean tiers. They couldn't. So I'll just tell you what I have. You can fit. You can have your own.
No, go ahead. Read me your tiers. Apparently.
All right. Championship favorites.
Okay.
Contenders.
Okay.
Playoff teams. Somewhere between
bubble.
Bubble. I guess bubble.
I called this tier bubble tier.
We'll call it bubble tier. We'll call it And then I've got rebuilding but vibes.
Okay.
I've got one team in its own tier called I Don't Trust You, Ho.
I know what that is. I know who that is. I know who that is. Is that the Chicago Sky?
Yes. And I've got starting from scratch.
Okay. Well, you added an extra tier, but to be fair, I think that the Chicago Sky one deserves its own tier, and I fully agree with that. So
Okay, so those
spoiler
are my
alert, like that was also what I was gonna say.
Okay, good.
So let's start with our championship contenders. And I want you to know, I don't know how many teams you put in this, but I really struggled because I was like, it should only be 2 teams because only 2 teams play in a championship.
I put championship favorites. So contenders is its own tier.
Yeah, but okay. Who do you have?
One's a favorite, one's
tier
a contender.
1. Let's go with tier 1. Who's tier 1 for you?
New York Liberty and Las Vegas Aces.
Okay.
Who is
you
in
just
yours?
said you had 3.
No, I said 2. Only 2.
Oh, okay. I also have the Aces and I also have the Liberty. And we have to talk about the Liberty's new secret weapon.
Are you talking about Satu Sabali?
No, I am not.
Are you talking about Ellie?
No, but Ellie is a secret weapon. I'm talking about number 42. Annalie Maley.
Oh.
You heard of her?
Yes. But this is go cook.
Okay.
Put the oil on.
Okay. So, Annalie Maley had 13 points, 7 rebounds against the Fever, which, by the way, the Liberty kind of looked meh, but preseason, I'm letting it go.
Right. Exactly.
Preseason. But number 42 totally showed out. She undrafted out of TCU, originally went to Oregon.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. She's only had 11 minutes in total of WNBA playing time in 2022 for the Chicago Sky. But the biggest thing about her that got the attention of everyone is she is a baddie. And by a baddie,
you're not lying.
No, I am baddie.
She looks like that girl from Silo.
She looks straight off of Love Island.
She gets a follow. Oh, I already do follow her.
Of course you do.
I know why.
Of course
I know why.
The internet was thirsting.
And she has the bisexual.
She's gay.
Oh, is she? Yeah, you can tell that she has the full sleeve.
Yeah, she has a fiance had a fiance who also plays for Australia.
And she's got a little down under.
What?
Down under.
What do you know about her down under?
No, that's just she's Australian. She's got a little Australian accent. Down under. That's how they say it.
Anyway, she's Sam's new crush.
Sam, just send me the list of all your crushes. And those will also be mine.
Those be your crushes as well. Baddie, right?
Yeah, she is.
I'm hoping she stays.
This is the level of analysis that I appreciate from you. Truly. I didn't see it coming, and I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. And she's balling.
She had a game last year in Australia, or this past year. Sorry, it was only in April of this year for the...
Yeah, I saw that.
She had 65 points, 17 rebounds in that game. I mean, look, I know it's Australia, but 65 points.
No, there's a lot of ballers from Australia. We're not going to sleep on them.
No.
I think the thing, getting Satu is so meaningful because you've got her pairing with her former teammate. You talk about Anna Lee going to Oregon. So did Sabrina and so did Satu. And they played together. If COVID wouldn't have struck, they would have won a title together. That was the best team in all of women's college basketball, hands down. And they got the opportunity ripped away from them. And I really like that. I think that's going to be really a phenomenal. How'd you get that money, Ho? That's all I was like. How are you having John Quell? How do you have Brianna Stewart? How do you have Sabrina and Satu? Satu took less money because she wanted to win and wanted to get out of that place that was Phoenix, and told them right away. That is kind of crazy because Satu just got to Phoenix from Dallas and goes to New York. So I'm really interested in this a lot. And truly, I'm looking at this from a standpoint of what's the deal with Brianna Stewart shooting under 30% or 30% from the 3-point line for the last couple of years, 2 consecutive years. She's a full-time MVP. I'm going to keep my eye on that.
She's under what? Under how many?
under 30% from 3.
Ooh.
It's not good.
That's not great.
She's a late arrival. So that's another thing about this Liberty team is that they're so good that a lot of them, they've got Fibich on this team, who's a late arrival because she's playing in Spain. You got Marine Johannes. She's a late arrival. She's playing overseas as well. You got Erdogan playing in Turkey, but not that Erdogan, the basketball Erdogan. And then you've got Raquel Carrera, who's playing in Eurobasket for Valencia right now. So you got a lot of players that are coming over late. You got Benijah Laney Hamilton, who was out all last year. She's coming back. She missed all of that year with the knee injury. She was so missed. I think she was actually a key piece of that championship team that they lost last year. And you can't have injuries, right? You had Jonquel get injured. You had Sabrina missing time and didn't look right. You had Stewie, who missed time as well. Rebecca Allen will be huge. And then the question mark too, Sarah, is got a new coach, Chris DeMarco, coming over from the Warriors. He's simplifying the offense. He's calling it a family offense. Everybody eats. I like that style. He's calling it a family style.
A family
offense.
style, like a table.
Everybody eats. Yeah, everybody
Got
eats.
it.
It's communal. It's simple. It's
Got it.
It's
Okay.
meat and potatoes. Sandy Brondello was a high ISO type of a squad, and you saw that comes with some ups and downs, right? Like that's a situation where the highs are highs and
Got
the
him in
lows
trouble.
are lows. Yeah, especially when you have injuries to your star players. So this is going to be a lot more, I think, easy to absorb and a lot more family oriented. I think that they're a favorite for a reason, and adding Satu is the main reason. You want to talk aces?
Yeah, I mean, there's aces. You mentioned earlier, sort of about the cliquey teams, and the aces and the dream are really the two in my mind that when I hear that word, my mind goes to the most, because they're running back pretty much the whole team. They lost Dana Evans for the season, or indefinitely, they said, which
basically
typically means not anytime soon. But they don't, I hate to say it, they don't really need her. That team.
Can I stop you for just a second and share a gripe?
With the aces or with me?
Not with you. With the WNBA.
Sure.
If we're going to be a real big boy league, then we have to be a big boy league at sharing what these injuries are.
The vague suffered training camp injury, out for season.
And what's the injury? Lower leg.
What is it?
What is it? What is the injury?
And why are we out? Is she having surgery? Is she not having surgery? There's so much. We just feel not the need to tell people.
It's very I've shared this many times. This was the moment where I was like, wow, the WNBA is on some bullshit and nobody's keeping track. Nobody's asking them and following up and holding them accountable. Brittany Griner left the bubble and no one knows why to this day. Now, actually, the next time I see Lindsay Kagawa-Colas, who lives in Portland, I'm going to say, hey, I know this is super fucking late, but it never got reported. And just it's nagging at me. Why did Brittany Griner leave the bubble?
Can ask Brittany Griner.
Can you do that for me?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I need to know.
Hey, question. Why'd you leave the bubble?
No one knows. No one talked about it. She was just yeah, she's out. She's personal issues. So anyway, back to not needing Dana Evans. I just thought that was an aside that needs to be shared.
No, I think that's fair. Anyway, back to not needing Dana Evans. What are your thoughts on the Aces? I mean, I feel like I'm looking at their roster from last year, just a little tweaked.
Yes.
But better.
Our fans, I think the Aces fans hate me, maybe, because they were upset that I said, we'll just see what this team is. Listen, this team is, of course, got to be a favorite because Asia Wilson is on it. And Asia Wilson is the best player in the league, the most impactful player in the league, multiple-time MVP, multiple-time defensive player of the year, just got 4-time MVP, co-defensive player of the year in 2025, excuse me. And that's pretty much my quote unquote handicap or my analysis of that is that you cannot keep them off the championship favorite list because they just won
No.
And because they really shouldn't have even been there last year. She pulled it out of her ass and went full psycho Kobe Mamba mode and drug them into the playoffs where they were right just kind of on the bubble for a while. And then Chelsea Gray showed up and became the point guard again. And Jewel Lloyd had some moments. And Jackie Young showed why she's one of the best bucket getters in the league. But, like, do not act like this team isn't on the, some of the guards at least, on the older side.
They're not spring chickens.
No, they're like not even summer chickens.
Like fall chickens.
They're late fall chickens.
They're late fall. They're October chickens.
Like Thanksgiving
November
chickens.
Thanksgiving
chickens. And Kennedy Carter, I love Kennedy Carter's skill, as you know. But, like, I asked somebody who knows Kennedy Carter quite well. And I said, in that same conversation about Tasha Cloud, I said, is Kennedy Carter going to make it through the season? And they said, Tris, she's not making it through the season. I said, you don't think that she's gone to therapy and figured sort of some things out? And they go, it is going to end the same way that it always ends with Kennedy Carter. And I'm an optimist. I believe that Chelsea Gray can drag her to being where she needs to be and keep her from crashing out. And that Jackie Young will, be there as her consummate pro. And that Asia will, take her by her side and put her under her wing and say, listen, do you want to win a ring? Do you want to get paid? Like, this is your chance. And that Becky Hammond will say, do you want a ring? Do you want to get paid? This is how you do it. But when other people who know her really well are very, very still concerned, I am a little concerned.
I think that's fair to look at this team and see certain aspects. Like, I think Jackie Young is having arguably one of, like, the best 16 months. Same with Chelsea Gray. Like, that big three, Asia, Chelsea, and Jackie, are having, like, on paper, they should be coming into this season hot. They did not last season. They finished out hot last season. They did not come in hot last season. But I do think that you have to look. There are aspects. I know people keep saying, like, these are professionals, but there are aspects in this locker room that has this very hot pan that if you put the wrong thing on it, it's going to... And we don't...
Sarah, you're not wrong about that. That's the part that people really... Culture and... The one thing that M sports really don't have that women's sports do is the romantic angle that doesn't always, but can disrupt things. And when you have Nalissa on this team at the same time that her teammate is dating her ex-girlfriend, and Nalissa was a big reason for this Aces turnaround when they traded for her. They got a lot better. I mean, that's not nothing. I'm just saying it's not nothing. It's not I'm not alerting it. I'm just saying I'm keeping my eye on it.
But it's, these locker rooms are small. Team chemistry is important. That's all. All right, let's talk contenders. I have 3 contenders, which doesn't feel right, but I also have, like, I was very, like, indecisive on my playoff teams.
I have 3 in my contenders as well.
Okay.
Do you want me to just read them off?
Yeah, read your 3.
Indiana Fever, 1.
Okay.
Atlanta Dream, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota Lynx, 3.
Oh, okay. All right, so I've got the Dream.
Yep.
1, the Fever 2. So I've just had those. And then I have the Sparks.
Oh, gross.
Oh, gross.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna spoil it. Sparks for me are rebuilding but vibes.
Rebuilding but vibes. I like that. And I struggled with this one because mostly I was really between who to put in this contender tier, because I really think that there's a big drop off after the Fever, or the Dream in your case, between 4 and 5.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I think I could easily be convinced to put the Dream or the Fever in the championship in tier 1 over the Liberty with enough convincing. I don't feel that way about the Sparks. I could be convinced to drop the Sparks all the way down to the bottom if you convince me well enough.
Rebuilding the vibe.
So I get that. Let's talk first about the Dream.
All right. So the Dream are super interesting because they could be the deepest roster in the entire league. You've got Ryan Howard, who's like sometimes Michael Jordan out there. So incredible when she's on.
Yeah.
You've got Big Al and Alicia Gray. You got Naz Hillman. You got Jordan Canada. You add Angel Reese. And then here's the little chink in the armor, which is Brianna Jones, who just pretty recently had surgery, which I am a little concerned about. But then you got Pow Pow. And here's who I think is a really nice addition, and I was digging into her. Isabel Borlace, who was named WNBL MVP this year.
We went real deep into Australia.
We did. I know. I'm proud of us.
Look at us.
Proud of us. She averaged 23 a game, had 6.3 rebounds and 3.5 assists, shot over 45% from the field, better than 90% from the free throw line. She operates a little bit in the post. She also likes to play without the ball, is a great cutter. She's going to be a nice little rotation piece for them. They add Medina Oka in the draft. They do lose Brittany Griner, which I think is meaningful. But I think what Carl Smesko, the head coach, wants to do, who was like really a top coach in the league last year, he wants to play a lot of pick and roll. He likes motion. He likes lots of 3-point attempts. Who won was Natalie Nakase, if you wanted to remember.
No, I was going to say, he was in the top 3 of the finalists.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's going to have, Angel's going to have elite guards. She's going to operate in the pick and roll as the roller and as the handler. She's got excellent court vision. And what he wants to do is a lot of cutting, a lot of player movement, a lot of 3-point. This team had way more 3-point attempts than anyone else in the WNBA. They set a WNBA history record. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be fascinating. There's just a gap for me in terms of what this team could be versus what it also could be on the bottom. If you have to play Angel Reese as the full-time 5 because Brianna Jones is out and Medina Oka is learning anew.
Not ready yet.
That is a little bit of a concern. And if, Naz Hillman and Angel Reese don't gel, this is a team that could end up getting bounced in the first round again and win a bunch of regular season games. So I'm excited. I'm hopeful. I think this team will be very fun. These question marks are the reason why I don't put them in the championship favorite category. Their win total from Vegas is 28.5. I think they won 28 games last year.
Fever. So Fever is the one that I feel like if they stay healthy, and that's the only reason I have them, I feel like at 4th right now, is just because of the health question marks. But if they can stay healthy, which
that's the thing. There's injuries and Aaliyah Boston.
That's what I mean. There's some injuries that I'm not sure what our status is on those. Are we just taking it easy during preseason because we don't really need to see?
A big concern. Remember they said that about Caitlin Clark last year too.
Well, and I know Caitlin had to play because we haven't seen Caitlin play in a long time, and if she hadn't come out for that game, I think that there would have been some real concerns going up. Yeah, there would have been alarms going off. But they can sit AB, and you're not
And AB, remember, she missed the end of Unrivaled as well with that leg injury. So I think that's a real injury that she's still getting through. But nobody gave the Aces the kind of fight that the Fever gave them, right?
A healthy Fever, this roster healthy, I think.
They're a problem. Here's where they're at.
Yeah.
So last year, no Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, no Lexi Hull. You ended up getting Kelsey Mitch, also Sid Colson injured.
Sid Colson was out.
Ari McDonald injured. All of their 10 days that they elevated got injured as well. They add Monique Billings. They lose Natasha Howard. So that's exciting. Monique Billings is very exciting. She was an awesome player for the Valkyries last year. The new thing that's going to happen now with some of these players that they've gotten, some are rookies and some are not, like in terms of Kelsey Mitchell or Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, etc., is Stephanie White said that Caitlin Clark is going to be a lot more off the ball because she was getting guarded 94 feet pretty much every night. She's getting face guarded. She's getting trapped. And so, I think for Caitlin Clark, it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for her. And it's going to also reduce her wear and tear. It's going to reduce how tired she gets throughout the game and allows her to be and play freely in a way that I think really maximizes her abilities. And then like you get her out into transition, and she is one of the best transition shooters out there as well. So get her, if she'll have the ball, I think when she rebounds it, but if it's off of a make, I think it will be her coming off of the ball.
Funny enough, that was actually something she said that she was working on when I saw her not that long ago, was coming off the ball. But how do you think Raven, their new draftee, their newest rookie, how do you think she will help Caitlin with that transition?
Ravens, man, I think showing that she's just going to be a great pro, and I think they're going to be besties. You can already see that their personalities are a perfect fit for one another. They're really kind of praising each other publicly. And
Have you seen this? Have you seen this clip yet? Have you seen this clip yet?
I have not seen it, no.
Okay. Go ahead and play it, Adrian.
It's really intimidating, so I think like just helping as much as I can, especially Raven, who's going to be, a primary ball handler and, trying to conduct the offense. Like that's a big responsibility, and I think just empowering her to use her voice and also do what she does really well. Like she's a great defender, has long arms, gets her hands all over the balls. Pause, sorry.
Do you think, based off that clip alone, do you think Caitlin is an It Is What It Is fan?
No.
No. Okay.
I can't lie to you. I don't. But but she is good friends with Tyrese Halliburton, and Tyrese Halliburton was just on It Is What It Is last week.
Okay, so maybe that's where she got the pause.
Yeah, so I think, you're right. I think Raven's going to be huge because she's a great playmaker. She's very controlled. She's very tough. She's very strong. You can't really, get her off of her spot in the same way that you kind of can Caitlin. She's a good ball handler, very fundamentally sound. And the fact that Caitlin says she's going to be our primary ball handler, is Raven Johnson going to be starting games for the Indiana Fever?
It kind of feels that way.
Stephanie White has said otherwise, but that's what it sounds like based on that clip alone. Defense is still a bit of a concern for me. I think Raven helps phenomenally at that. And I think the thing that's also kind of curious is how is Monique Billings and Aaliyah Boston going to work together? They're both tweener 4-5s. Or is Monique Billings going to be staggered like Natasha Howard was staggered with Aaliyah Boston? I'm just curious about that. I'm really curious about these rotations. I love Justine Passat from Vanderbilt. She's a great shooter. She's 6'4". We saw her contribute a lot last year with a team that was one of the better teams in the SEC all year long. Jessica Timmons, we've done a piece on her. Again, another shooter. You can tell what Stephanie White likes. She likes players who can get the ball up and put it in the hoop from range and create space. And I think this is just a very fun team. And given what they were able to do with so little last year.
So little.
I'm very excited to see what a fully healthy Fever team is going to look like. And I'm happy to see some racial peace come into the internet with the bestie relationship between Raven Johnson and Caitlin Clark. I think the people in our YouTubes that think that we are some sort of Caitlin Clark stan account, which is just absolutely false, by the way. and the group of people who think that we also simultaneously hate Caitlin Clark also false.
I don't
In fact,
understand.
I would prefer to just never talk about Caitlin Clark because it's so polarizing.
I know. Every time we like have to talk about it, I'm like, I don't want to. Not because I don't want to talk about Caitlin, but because I don't want to get accused. I got accused of being MAGA this week.
That's insane. There are people on Reddit right now, swear to God, and those people will probably comment on this YouTube, that think that the Fever would be better without Caitlin Clark on the team. Those people exist. There's a lot of them.
People are crazy.
Smoking crack. Yes, does she have problems with her ball handling? Yes. Does she have problems with her defense? Yes. But do not put disrespect on her passing, on her shooting, on her rebounding. Do not do it. It makes you look dumb. Just move on. Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. Do you have anything fun to say about the Sparks? Because
so many. Let me see.
Okay. By the way, real quick, in order a good transition to this, I don't know if you saw Sophie Cunningham's latest video, but she apparently hates LA because, quote,
who does?
Sophie Cunningham.
Why?
Because she can't dance there.
What does she mean she can't dance there?
I don't know. That's just what she said in her video. She said, I hate LA. I can't dance, and I don't really know how.
Oh, that's why. No, she can't dance anywhere. She can't dance anywhere. Period. And she knows she can't dance, and LA is the place where she gets exposed for dancing.
Like she can't, like she like Elaine's herself?
Yeah, like she's got no rhythm. Right. Correct.
Sure.
All right, here's the thing about the Sparks. This is why they're rebuild but vibes for me. Here's what makes the Sparks not a contender for me. I saw Nneka in Seattle.
Oh, I forgot she went there.
And that team was not good. They literally sold everyone off and are now rebuilding. They have a new coach. They fired their coach, who I thought was pretty damn good. There was an internal revolt of some sort that nobody's really gotten to the bottom of and accused Nneka of being a part of, which I am not saying that I think that. But it was weird in Seattle, and Nneka is 33 years old. And has been going through a very tough CBA fight that has probably aged her well beyond her years, like a presidential term. And
she does have that Obama thing going for her.
Yeah,
she definitely does.
Ariel Atkins, who maybe she was misused in Chicago. That's a possibility. That wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past Chicago, but she wasn't great. Dearica Hamby, I think, is really good. Cameron Brink is still really young. And so it's really like, to me, it's Kelsey Plum and the Sparkettes and an older Nneka. I hope I'm wrong. Their win total from Vegas is like 25.5. I think that's too high. I think the Sparks defensively, they were one of the worst defensive teams in the WNBA last year. I think they were worst. I think they were the worst, and they gave up like over 100 points per game.
So you think I got finessed?
Yeah, I think the vibes bumped. I think it was the vibes.
I think the vibes finessed me.
Yeah.
I do find it weird that Ray Burrell only got a training camp contract.
I hate that for Ray.
I do too.
I hate that Julie Van Loo only got a training camp contract as well.
Yeah. Okay. Playoff. Who do you think is going to the playoffs? And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in here, and you are going to have a field day with who I have.
I bet you will. I have 3 teams in my playoff list.
Why do I have so many? It's because you added an extra tier. That's why.
Yeah, I've got 3 teams: Valkyries, Wings, and Mercury.
Okay. All right. I've got Valkyries, Wings, Lynx.
Oh, yes. Because I had the Lynx in the contender tier.
Correct. But then...
Oh, I didn't even talk about the Lynx.
Okay, let me just tell you my last playoff team that I have.
All right.
My Mystics. My Mystics are going to the playoffs.
That's my somewhere between these tier.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So...
Because they're not rebuilding but vibes, but they're not like fully a playoff team for me. They're like a Valkyrie.
Add another tier?
Yeah, I added somewhere between these, and I don't trust you, Ho.
What do you have? Okay.
Those are the ones.
Okay. So mine is playoff bound. Tell me why the Lynx are a contender and in my eyes just bound but not contender status.
All right, so you lose. First of all, Vegas is kind of with me because their win total is sitting there at 26.5. You lose Natisha Heidemann, you lose Alana Smith, you lose Jess Shepard, you lose Bridget Carlton to free expansion draft, the rest in free agency. Nafisa's still on a scooter. You add Natasha Howard and you re-sign Dorka. Dorka's fucking really good. Dorka's a key piece of this to me.
She's also out with an injury.
No, she's back. She's overseas right now. She was out last year.
Then my notes have bad info, but I had injury.
They did. She was out all last year with an injury. She's been playing in the EuroLeague. She's actually EuroLeague MVP right now. So I don't know how you could be injured and EuroLeague MVP simultaneously. But she's fucking killing.
Well, you never know.
So I think this is the starting lineup without Fee. Okay. Olivia Miles, Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams, Natasha Howard, and Dorka Juhas. That's a fucking squad, Sarah. That right there can win a bunch of games on their own. You've got Jalen Sherrod on a training camp deal. We liked Jalen Sherrod. She was excellent when she played for the Liberty. Maybe she gets a spot into the rotation. My big question mark is how long is Fee's recovery? They say she'll be back mid-June. How are they doing before then? Are they going to win games before then? If they don't, does Fee slow play her recovery? Does Olivia Miles start right away?
Yes.
Do they have backup guards that they trust? I don't know. You're talking about only 2 starters back from a 34-10 team. You've got a rookie leading the charge. I think kind of like Paige last year, and it's not a direct one-to-one because the Dallas Wings were trash. I think she comes in right away and makes an impact. But when you add Napheesa Collier to this list, and then you add, they really are this is why they're a contender to me, because you're talking about the playoffs where you shorten the rotations. You've got a Team USA caliber head coach in Cheryl Reeve. You've got 6-7 players with Collier on the team. And now, holy shit, like they could probably beat anyone. Dorka is no slouch. And I think actually they knew that she was going to come back and they were going to use her. And she was phenomenal in the finals against the Liberty. Really, like, as a rookie, one of the best players in that series. So to me, that's just one of those things where you've got high upside and also some disastrous downside.
Look, I think Olivia Miles has the potential to be Rookie of the Year.
I agree with that.
But that being said, I worry how long Fee is going to be out for. Something about Fee's injury does not feel like she was off the scooter and then she had another surgery again and she's back on the scooter. And it's like, okay, where are we at in her recovery? Are we really going to get her playing midseason? And if so, is she going to be, I mean, I know if anyone's going to come out and be like ready to go as soon as they hit the court, it's going to be Fee, but still.
And you know what's also got the like high upside, low downside is like, did Fee just sign a 1 year because everybody left?
That's the other thing.
Or did everybody leave because they knew that she was only signing a 1 year? So I don't know. She could just be like, yo, if we're good and we make a run with this team, I'll sign for a longer term. If it's that, then I feel less stressed about it.
Can I say something, by the way, that I feel weird about? Is a 1 year deal, a Supermax 1 year deal when you can't even play half the year? Like,
that's because they owe her a lot of bread already.
Listen, I know. I mean, and
you guys have been playing me for years. Give me my fucking bread. They had to do it though, because here's the thing: when you core a player, that's what you have to do. If you don't want to core me, then like if you guys don't want to pay me, then don't core me.
What if they don't? What if she never plays? What if she doesn't play all season and they have a Supermax? I mean,
that's what a franchise tag does, you know.
And given, do I think that it should have gone any other way? No, I don't, because Fee deserved that contract.
It's like when Klay Thompson tore his ACL in the middle of the playoffs and then they gave him a 5-year max contract or whatever it was. I don't remember off the top of my head, fans, so don't fucking fuck with me.
Klay Thompson not seeing Lexi Brown.
I heard something yesterday that I've been thinking about every moment since. Every professional athlete in M Sports, this is what their comment was, every 100% of them cheat.
Oh, yeah.
100?
I would believe that, yeah.
100% cheat, and 100% of their significant others are resigned to that fact.
I personally, I think it's something that, like, you kind of have to take with the lifestyle, you know? Like, part of me is a little bit like, if you choose to marry or date a professional athlete,
then what are we doing? Why aren't we just calling them all non-monogamous relationships? Are they one-way non-monogamous? Like, I can't fuck the pool boy if you're hooking up with.
Well, no.
the
Now,
cheerleader?
given Megan Thee Stallion should be allowed to do whatever the hell she wants to do in return.
See, men
But
aren't
also,
like
be
that, though.
clear.
Men are very territorial about their. And to be
Well, that's
honest,
their
the
problem.
people in my comments are like, "Oh, Megan's a hoe, so she deserved this."
Okay, well, I don't think any woman deserves to be. My issue with cheating is the issue about, like, the lying and the deceitfulness of it. Like, so be honest.
But if
about what you're doing.
100% of the significant others know, and that's a given in the lifestyle, then why did I even make the video?
Well, if you know, you made a video?
Yeah.
What was your take?
I mean, you can go back and watch it. It's basically Clay's a corny ass, and that
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion upped his aura, and he benefited from being in a relationship from her.
Well, I
with
do
her in a
agree.
big pop cultural way, and everybody's like, "Well, that's a Splash Brothers." It's like in the, like, general casual person, the Splash Brothers means not a shit.
I met Clay once.
And he was boring, right? And emo.
I knew that he was a basketball player, but in my head, I was just referring to him as Steph's friend for like an hour and a half.
Clip that. Oh my God, Steph's friend. I'm going to start calling Klay Thompson Steph's friend. Holy fuck. Anyway, we got to keep going.
Yeah. Wings.
This team's fucking loaded.
They are.
Loaded. They really are a team that you almost want to bump to contender, but I haven't seen you do shit, and you were the worst team in the WNBA, so I cannot call you a contender. Like,
it would be, we would be reacting too quickly to call them that, but, like.
Correct.
Would
it surprise me if they were in the semifinals? No, it would not.
No, I saw that pass, that AZ to Paige pass.
Paige to AZ.
That's what I meant. Paige to AZ pass. And then the bite of AZ saying, like, oh, I forgot how well she can pass. And it's like
I haven't had a
chemistry.
I haven't had a pass to me where I wasn't even there yet. She literally there was not a soul there. It was Casper the Ghost there. She passed it. AZ's coming around. Catch, shoot, splash.
Yeah. And I think that is going to feed families.
This is not a clicky team, but a buzzy team.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I went through the list of all of my teams and all of my tiers, and I put them in my, like, tiers first and then dug into them, the first team I dug into was the Wings. That's how excited I was to research what was going on. I think they have the most talent, pound for pound, in the league. You've got the point forward in Jessica Shepard.
Mm-hmm.
I love her game. You've got the co-defensive player of the year.
It's also one of Sam's crushes, by the way.
Hello. Yeah, she kind of looks like that
Jess
other girl.
Shepard.
Oh, yes. Hello. You've got the co-defensive player of the year. You've got Awak Kaur. I have a hard time pronouncing her name. She was the number 2 pick at one point, 6'6". She's a finalist for the EuroLeague Defensive Player of the Year right now. So they're obviously adding to their interior defensively, and their defense was ass.
Mm-hmm.
They add AZ Fudd. They have this new, exciting, obviously you have Paige, you have Arike Agumbawale. So you've got Paige, Arike, AZ, Jess Shepard, Alana Smith. Holy moly, that's an insane fucking starting 5. You got Jose Fernandez, this new coach, who, I don't know if you saw Paige being a little crybaby bitch the other day.
Yeah, I did, yes. Yeah.
And getting mad at Lee Yaroo for doing something totally legal. which, by the way, they signed Leah Rue to a training camp contract. Fingers crossed she sticks on.
I've watched Paige get clipped and on her ass like 6 times so far.
And that is what Jose Fernandez wants them to do. Hard screens, hard cutting, running hard. What happens when somebody in practice sets a hard screen and you also run hard into them? You fall on your ass. And Paige got mad at Lee.
It's just
Jose
been happening
Fernandez
to her.
came over and was like, listen, don't complain to Lee. Like, this is totally, like, we got to all stay together here. There's lots of plays that are going to happen in practice. You need to stop complaining. And I think that's going to, that's going to be good for Paige. This is going to help with, AZ's going to be off ball a lot. That's going to help with her shooting. He wanted AZ the moment he became head coach there for what she does defensively and from a shooting perspective. And so I like them adding Odyssey Sims to the mix. She's a bucket. She obviously showed in that series against the Aces how good she still is.
I love Odyssey Sims, yep.
Incredible. You got Isaiah James there, who's a big guard, who's in her second year from NC State. She was really good. I saw her playing Unrivaled. It looks like she's developed. They have a lot of pieces. Jose Fernandez says, this isn't going to be the same old Dallas Wings. Change is coming, and we're going to win. I came here for one reason, to win. We're going to play harder than anyone in the league. Rim run harder, wing sprint harder, attack the rim, create second shots, cut hard, screen hard, stop the point of attack early. That's our identity. Yes, I'm a rookie in the W, but I was coaching professional sports in college. That's a bar. I was coaching professional sports in college. So why not make the leap to the WNBA?
I mean, can we call USF professional sports?
You got to check his pedigree.
No, fair enough.
A winner there for many, many years.
Fair enough.
And he built a program out of dust. Program. So here's the thing that I'm concerned about is, like, there's a ton of players that are overseas right now. Arike, Jess Shepard, Kuir, Verona, a bunch of late arrivals. Quinterly and Allen are both rehabbing. Also, JJ Quinterly, very good. I want to see her play. Quinterly and Allen are both rehabbing injuries as well. So you've got 7 of your 18 players either absent or not really available. So you've got the starting 5 who've never really practiced together yet. Can you bitches get to training camp or what?
But by the way, real quick thing I want to say about the Wings before we move off of them. Is it just me, or has Paige put on like 30 pounds of muscle?
Oh, yeah. Yes, she has.
She's put on a lot of muscle. And I feel like we need to give her a little more credit for bulking up.
Yeah, I think her and AZ have been in the weight room.
The training videos that were coming out of there looked.
They're incredible.
Stellar.
I hope Leah Rue. I really hope Leah Rue stays on this team. She's just a bright, shining light, and like even
really
just to piss off Paige in practice, that's perfect.
The clips that I want to like take all the screens that Leah Rue set for Paige that Paige went bouncing off of in practice, and just edit like a rip of them, because I also do think Dallas is doing her a little dirty by putting those out.
You think they're doing her dirty?
Like, why are we putting those out? Why are we showing the world? We're going to get in, though, later on this week. We're going to talk about the rest of the teams that we have as playoff potential, who's on the bubble, and who is a Juju walk-in sweepstakes entry. I want to tease that I have a placement for the Connecticut Sun that I don't think you're prepared for.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for that. Also, cannot wait to see Keomi McMiller rocking the University of Florida Gators. Sarah's dad's going to get himself a Keomi McMiller jersey. Very exciting. The thing that I was in the weeds, in the deep end before the show looking into, was the academic rankings of all public universities. Keomi told
As one does.
Keomi told me when she transferred to Penn State from Rutgers that academics was a key piece of her reason, along with the alumni network. And turns out Florida is a top 10 public university in the country and has a very, very strong alumni network. Also, great sports programs if you're a fan of watching sports in general. So yeah, congratulations to Kiyomi. She basically takes over for what Liv McGill did. She's a bucket, and she's gonna get to see some real defenses in the SEC, which I think will sharpen her skills. And she'll be on national television a lot.
Do you think can Florida be somebody?
Dude, I don't know. Dude, I haven't.
If Liv had stayed, that 1-2 punch would have been pretty fun. But
just one ball. All right, Sarah, great show. We'll see you guys Friday for the rest of these tiers. I'm sorry for talking your ear off, but I figured you would want a little bit more detail then. I think this team's kind of fun. Which they all
that
are
would be
fun.
so lame.
The WNBA season is just right around the corner. I'm going to be live in Portland for the Fire game. Sarah's going to be in Connecticut for something that we will announce very, very soon, something very exciting. But in the meantime, Sarah, as always, 1, 2, 3, let her shoot.